Don't mind me. I'm just on a different screen here. Good evening, Tractor Pull fans. That caught me off guard. It was one thing I forgot to do, but that's okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, another sad week. Another sad week in the sport of pulling.
Yep.
I'm sure everybody has heard the news, and if you haven't, a very good friend, long time Winchester, Virginia, four-wheel drive truck puller lost his life, and very unfortunate. Mike Umps. If you don't know who Mike Umps was, yeah, you haven't been around pulling, that's for sure. Mike and his brother Willie have been pulling trucks for many, many years. Willie, of course, is retired out a few years back, but Mike continued on. Him and his daughter Kelsey. Mike drove the Green Machine for many, many years. I can't even fathom, early. I assume early mid '80s, probably somewhere in that area. But good guy, always had a smile and always ready to talk to you. And we won't get to talk to him anymore. So, Kelsey, Willie, and I know there's two sisters, some other cousins and nephews, nieces, etc. Our hearts and prayers are with the Umps family. And I know there's some information on the internet. Viewing services are tomorrow and funeral on Friday. So I'm more than sure it's going to be extremely busy. So I'll do my best to go down there tomorrow. Some things have came up that's really trying to mess that up for me. But I'm going to do what I can to get to Winchester tomorrow. Best I can. If not, I'll send some cards down or something. Keep the family in your thoughts and prayers. Hug your loved ones a little more tonight. So, because I'm telling you, tomorrow, it's never a given. It's never promised. So, yes. Also, Jerry Farner. I've had some pullers. I was unfortunately when I was away. Excuse me. I was away over the weekend, and I did get the information posted on the various social media pages. I have a couple more that I'll be hitting on that too. As soon as I get half hour to do this stuff, and also on the message board, I put a post there with the address. The address for them, for the Varner family, is not on Facebook. Please message me. And I did get some instant messages or private messages, and gave the address out a few times. So that's a positive start, and we really appreciate it. I'll thank them very much, the different individuals that did so. And every little bit helps.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kathy Upperman Young, I believe is her name, did the write-up that I shared in the post. So pretty serious stuff. Man's been through a lot of stuff. Now he can't work, and I'm sure the medical bills are just amazingly high, piled up. So what we can do to help them would be great. I'm going to get ready to put the message down below, and then we're going to go ahead and get into some results. Kendra, how was your weekend?
It was very good. I did not make it to the Buck. I had my nephew's birthday party. So we were all Power Rangery on Saturday night instead of tractor pulley. But no, had a good family weekend. Super happy to see them. I hear everything at Buck Motorsports Park went well. So that's all that really matters. They had some really good numbers in the class. You want me to go ahead and go over the results, or?
I'm actually going to start. Delta was Friday. So
I'll go ahead. That's true. Delta was Friday, so we'll start with them.
We had a great show. I drove back to Delta. We were out of town actually, but I drove back to Delta to film. And I tell you, I got there. You remember, this is my first pull back there since the first hook of the season there.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there this summer.
No, I was Easton and La Plata.
Yeah.
But wow, I walked on the track. So of course, I unloaded my truck, all my junk, and parked that. And very impressed. I said, wow, these guys really got their together. The track
Don't
was
say that
really
too loud. John Mans might get a big head.
Oh. No comment. Okay. But I think he's worried about, I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, the man's crush things. But anyway, Yeah, they did a fantastic job. Show moved along quite well. Ricky Krause was spot on every class. I think there was one reset. A truck bounced a little bit, nothing tragic. He got out of it, and Ricky did make a sled adjustment, and the rest of the class, including the rehook, was smooth from start to finish. He was spot on, excellent show. I'll stop blabbing and get on with the results. We got 11 classes to go over, so
Wow.
50 some hooks. So it's not
That's
as scary
great,
as
though.
possible. So, but stock diesel 4x4 trucks were first up. Taking the win, Caitlin. I'm going to say Krajewski. I hope I'm correct in saying that's a black Dodge. I can tell you that much. Everybody knows who Caitlin is. 268.35 for the win. Second was George Schrufer at 264 and 22. Third was Isaiah Mullins, 255.94. Fourth was Derek Watterson, local fellow here, 252 and 37. Fifth was Logan McCarter at 250.82. Sixth was Zach Grimm at 240.14. And seventh was Austin Yost at 198.29. Next up was the Hot Street Diesel 4x4 trucks. And cream of the crop here, man. Kevin Justice, big time, takes the big win at 322.71. Second was John Becker at 276.44. Third was Isaiah Mullins at 274.42. Fourth, George Schrufer. Here's some names again. 274.33. Fifth was Joe Warner at 261.49. And sixth was Austin Yost at 218 and 42. Then we had 3 hot farm tractors show up, local boys. Come in, put a test run on. All ran very well. Again, that setting was set to let's have fun and let's roll, boys, if you will. Brian Morrison with the shed shaker. That's a tongue twister. I'm telling you, I'm going to really mess up on that one time. I think he did that just to
So he did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose. I know he did, Brian. Yeah, he's usually on here. But anyway.
See, where's the thumbs up?
He took the win, 357.79. Second was Dave Doherty with buzzard bait at 345.52. And third was Paul Richardson, hitting on all 6 again, run real well with the venomous Alice Chalmers, 326 even. So appreciate those guys showing up to put on a show, blow a little smoke. 3.0 Diesel was up next. Okay. First was Brandon Ward driving the Widowmaker of Jay Hill at 340.58 J's on vacay, if you will, down in the Keys or whatever.
So I saw all the beach pictures.
Yeah, lucky him, right? Second, Jason Heimbach made the trip down.
Wow,
Finished
that's awesome.
up second at 322.76. Third was Chuck Dutter with the common hooker, if you will, 305 and 55. And Ricky Cushing was fourth. Unfortunately, couldn't build boost at the line. So that truck's been sitting a while and retooled, and it'll go up the track soon. Fifth class, they're out of order. I'm going to go ahead. We'll just say work stock semi trucks. I know it's not the proper order, class order. First was Tony Denton with Fueled Feline. That's what he called it. Think about it.
You really had to think about that one.
I had to. 356.85, and his pool was 29.5 mile per hour.
Wow.
Show off. Patrick By was second. Another truck it's well known around these parts. 333.53 at 26.3 mile per hour. Third was Nelson McCall at 305.92 at 24.3 mile per hour. Then we ran a class called Super Street Semi. Only one true truck that would qualify for that, but that's okay. We ran the streeters with them as well. And taking the win was Gannon Graby at 338.79 with Old Grumpy. Anybody don't know what Old Grumpy is, that is Dave Greek's original Kenworth semi from the Susquehanna Truck Service Shop. So Gannon had the driving duties. Tootsie Pop was along, but Gannon did the driving chores. He just did the coaching. Good job, guys. Second was Patrick By at 268.26. Third, Tony Denton with that Fueled Feline, 265 and 96. And fourth was Nelson McCall with his Mac at 227.40. I'm sure he'd gladly take that 327. Okay, where are we at here? 26 Pro Street Diesel 4x4 trucks. First place was John Denny, and that would be Kevin Justice's truck. Takes the win at 313.92. Second was John Becker at 271.50. And third was Joe Warner at 263.18. Pro Stock Gas 4x4 trucks. Winner, Bobby Loggins. And American Pride, I believe is the name of that truck, red Chevy, 316.69. Second was Donald Eshelman with his Ford at 307.76. Third was Freddie Loggins. I think we'll call him Junior. It's Freddie Loggins. The Freddie Loggins we know, his son was driving in the Pro Stock and did an awesome job. I think it was his first time down the track. Third place at 294.87. Awesome run. Fred's going to have to build some more trucks. That don't have enough. And fourth was Jed Sensnig at 284.25. Street Stock Gas. This is a nice class of trucks. The original Freddie Loggins, we'll call him, with My Sunshine, was first at 310.86. Second was Larry Waldridge, a name we haven't heard in a while, 305.36 if you're around this area. W.D. Ferguson was third at 293.32. Fourth, Rick Burney at 275.17. That was fourth. Fifth was Bruce Bowl at 274.09. And sixth was Jed Sensnig at 198.01. Then there was two classes. Work Stock Gas 4x4 trucks. W.D. Ferguson takes the win, 299.86. Second, Brian Eshelman, 297.27. And third was Bruce Bowl, 276.25. Then we ran a farm stock tractor class that finished the night off. And taking the win was Justin Walls with his International at 297.70. And if he'd have kept his first run, he would have went 315.42. But nevertheless, he still won. So
yeah,
he was playing. Kyle Johnson was second at 284.62. Third was Jesse James Hutchinson. Make sure we get the whole name in there. 250.58. And fourth was Joey Knox, a very local fellow, right? Actually drove the tractor to the track. Two-cylinder John Deere, too. 175.96. So excellent pool with Delta. Numbers were a little low, but that's okay. Track was awesome. It's just a matter of time before this place is going to be flooded with pullers in the future. So that's what we're looking. That's what we're shooting for. So you go ahead and take it from there with Buck.
So Buck Motorsports Park had the annual Buck Shootout this past Saturday. Looks like 6 very big classes, 4 East Coast and 2 Interstate. We'll go ahead and get started with the East Coast. I have no idea what order they ran in, so we're just going to roll down through the list.
Hey, Kevin Justice is on here tonight.
That's cool. There we go.
Thanks for joining us, Kevin. I should have known that. I could have got him on here. He could have boasted and bragged about his 2 wins.
So is that Mike Walker guy who's never getting a sandwich from me ever again.
Yeah, he was really I have to admit, when I went to pick the camera stuff up from him Saturday night, he was really apologetic. What did you do? I feel bad.
Yeah, he reached out to me. We're all good, Mike. We're all good. All right. Taking the win in the East Coast mod class out of 9 tractors on hand was Keith Wason with the Super B, going an impressive 381 feet, 0.71. Second place went to Don Dean with the Plumber's Nightmare, going 337.63. Third place went to Len Brookhart with the Radial Reactor at 319.90. Fourth place went to Ian Ericker with the Locked and Loaded at 318.70. Fifth place went to Jason McKenzie's Never Satisfied at 307.34. Courtney Robinson took 6th place with the Phony Farmer at 281.27. 7th place went to Bob Wittenbrader with the Live Wire, 248.14. 8th place went to John Bakeman driving the other Phony Farmer at 190.87.
Or Bachman.
Huh?
Or John Bachman. That's okay.
Bachman, Bakeman, Bachman, whatever. He knows it's all good.
That's one, guys. I got her. It's one. We ain't done yet. Wait till she's done the class. Then I'm going to say something.
All right. And then rounding out the class was Kirsty Robinson with the Phony Express going 154.82. And based upon your video, she had quite the exciting pass.
Yeah.
So go check that out. It's all over Facebook and YouTube.
Now I can't pick on you after you did that.
Yeah, see?
Why would you start with the last class of the night?
I told you I'm going down the list on the results page.
I'm just kidding.
I wasn't there. I was being Cooley and Kendra that night. I got nothing.
If you're going backwards, limited pro stock semi trucks are next.
Well, two-wheel drives are next on my list, but we'll do
do
the
what
limited.
you want. I'm just picking.
I'm going to go down my list so I don't get confused.
Oh, boy.
All right. The next on my list is the two-wheel drive truck class. 5 trucks made the trip, and taking the win was Crystal Wilson's Her Dirty Money at 345.65. And did I see right that Steve did the driving, or was Crystal doing the driving?
I know Steve drove at Frederick. I don't know about.
Okay. Second place went to Darren Wilson's Dirty Money at 344.96. Third place went to Irv Clark's Taz Toy at 340.55. Fourth place went to Bob Wittenbrader with the Bear Express at 325.88. And rounding out the class was Irv Clark's Wild Side at 297.42. Next, we'll get into the modified 4-wheel drive truck class. 8 trucks were on hand. Wayne Tapscott II took the win with Tasmanian Terror 2 at 342 feet even.
Did you just say 8 up? 8 trucks made the class?
8 trucks.
You said 8 up.
Did I?
Yes.
Well, see, I'm thinking 2-wheel drives. Listen, it's been a long day. It's been a long 3 days.
Trust me, right. I understand.
Fire me. It'll be great.
No.
Second place in the modified 4-wheel drive truck class went to Troy Nails has gone AWOL at 340.90. Third place went to Dan Savage Bad S at 337.72.
Give that.
Fourth place went to Michelle Abshire's Split Decision at 335.48. Fifth place went to Paige Lance and her Iron Butterfly at 334.07. Sixth place went to Wayne Tapscott Sr.'s High Anxiety at 331.74. Seventh place went to John Dugan's Damage Plan at 325.88. And rounding out the class was Todd Jarvis with Wicked at 318.14. And the last East Coast class, well, I guess would you say it was the next to last class or whatever you were talking about earlier. The limited pro stock semi class, they had 7 trucks. Taking the win was Dave Greek's Pressure Time with his Peterbilt at 351.48. I promise I can talk. Second place went to Hank Oster's The Scrapper at 348.84. Third place went to Nathan Hurst with The Inconvenience at 340.5. Fourth place went to Albert Brown and the Back in Black Mac at 322.95. Fifth place went to Brian Smith and his Peterbilt at 313 even. Sixth place went to Frank Fleming's with the Old Mule at 198.2. And rounding out the class was Carl Seiler with the Oh My Freightliner Cat. And then we'll switch over here to my handy dandy cellular device.
And that distance was 147.83.
Did I not say that?
No, that's okay.
See, that's why you're here, is to make sure I don't screw up, because I do constantly.
No.
So now we will get into the... Oh, these are not numbered.
How about them turbo smoker tractors?
How about them smoker tractors? All right, so I'm going to have to do this on the fly because mine is not in order. So this ought to be good. I'm an accountant, folks. Just remember that. So numbers should be my strong suit. I do know that Vern Zerby took the win with Dr. LZ at 335.99. And second place went to Jason Malot's OOZ at 323.93. Third place went to Jimmy Williams in the Cadillac Red at 323.43. And then we jump down to Guy Gokenauer with the stress test at 309.41. And then fifth place will be Tommy Williams, Firestorm at 307.53. Sixth place would be Scott Shane, better known as Shane Scott, with the blue unit at 304.03. It'll be
That's funny.
yeah. Sixth place went to Scott Kiskadden, driving the bull ride at 302.42. Followed closely behind him was Jason Forrester with Papa Smurf at 302.11. And then looks like,
huh? That was eighth. Jason was eighth.
So then ninth place would be Mark Smith with the black and blue at 294.49. And then rounding out, or no, I'm sorry. Then, so we're at what? Ninth or 10th?
10th would, yeah. 10th
went to Justin Latour with the Addicted at 282.62. And then rounding out the class, unfortunately, with some more engine failure, but everything stayed inside this time, folks, was Vern Zerby's Z unit going 22.29 feet.
Not good.
Not a good night good night and bad night again for Mr. Zerby. All right, then we'll jump over to the interstate mods. 9 tractors on hand for the night. Taking the win and back out on the track again was Ricky Blizzard with Barely Affordable at 329.09. Second place went to Nelson Egolf's Tinker Toy at 327.39.
Mopar.
I saw your comment. Third place went to Jason Weichel with the Untamed at 327.24. Fourth place went to Andy Forrester's Boss 9 at 324.64. Fifth place went to Amber Blizzard's Unaffordable at 324.53. Sixth place went to Dale Forrester. I'm assuming he was driving Don Haley's. I don't have the names on there. Was it Don Haley's? At Nonsense at sixth place. Seventh place went to Kiersey Robinson driving the Phony 2 at 307.30. Eighth place went to Tom Kennedy at 302.87. And it looks like Ian Ericker was a scratch. I do not know what was up with that. I'll have to ask him about that some other time. I know he was swapping engines back and forth, so that very well could have been. Yeah. Just thought it was going to be there, and then maybe he didn't make the trip. Who knows what you never know.
Well, look at the name of the two-wheel drive truck.
Bless his heart, Mr. Village Idiot.
Just kidding, Ian. I think highly of you, sir.
And Mike Walker, you're exactly right. Don't let me do your taxes. I'll prepare them, but have a CPA sign off on them for you.
And Tony, I like how some people pronounce his last name. Kozar is actually how you pronounce it. I've heard Kozer. I've heard it. I guess as long as you invite him and you pay him, he's happy. So, but anyway, Frederick, Maryland. It was a disappointment for me. Huge, major disappointment for me. Because I was home sick and freaking dead.
Oh, I was like, why? What happened?
Just one of them things.
I was actually at the Frederick Fair, but we were on another mission, unfortunately, that evening, so I didn't get to make it.
Gotcha.
As I told some of my other friends, actually the Ian Ericker stable, I said, is it weird that I was creeping on you guys through the fence?
I wish I could, yeah. But it started Sunday night. I mean, as warm as it, I was froze, man. I mean, I bundled up in covers and extra blankets all night long, froze. I mean, freezing, but yet sweating. I mean, gosh, all day, Monday.
Does not sound like fun.
No. Of course, we thought the C word was back in home again here. So I did she tested me Monday morning early. Negative, I said. Good.
Yep.
It didn't feel that way again. But, man. Yesterday, I got a good bit better. Today, I'm fine. So whatever it was about a 24, 48 hour thing. And big time, Tony. Big time fever. but I got through it. It's over with. We ain't here to talk about JR's stupid sickness. But anyway, modified 7,500-pound modified tractors, I believe, was the first class up at Frederick.
It was. I did hear that class first.
Okay. You definitely can hear them. I promise you
Yep.
that. All the way from Trafalgar, Indiana, the plumber's nightmare, Don Dean took the win at 3:14.64. Second, Ian Ericker with Locked and Loaded, 3:10.72, and he is always tough at that track.
Yeah.
He has some wins under his belt there with that track. Third, Jason McKenzie with Never Satisfied, 3:04.71. Fourth was Len Brookhart with the Radio Reactor at 300.75. Fifth was Mike Rankin with the Midnight Wolf at 2:44.93.
Wow.
And sixth was Bob Wittenbreder with the Livewire P38 Twin Allison tractor at 230.56. And they have one more hook to go this coming Saturday night. We'll talk about that. So you got to bear with me here, folks. I'm in no particular order here, so I'm just going to read off. If she can do it, I can do it. 10,500-pound 466 Hot Farm tractors were there as an exhibition class, and 8 tractors made the trip. Doug Heyman with Bulls Binder took the win, 3:42.14. Second was Nick Morrison with Toxic, 3:33.61, and we'll miss Nick this weekend. He is headed south. He is headed to Dragon Motorsports for the weekend.
Good for him.
Yep. Third was Brian Morrison with the Shed Shaker. 3:31.56. Fourth, Ray Norris with Pack and Heat, 3:28.30. Fifth was Mike Moreland with Digging Deep at 3:21.66. Sixth, Brad Peters with the Case 970, 3:18.47. Got to get a name on that tractor. Seventh was Ray Norris with his other tractor, the well-armed John Deere, at 3:16.57. And eighth was Alan Lynch with Betting on Green at 3:09.75. So that was a nice group of tractors showed up for an exhibition. Possibility they will have hooks there in the future. 6,200-pound modified two-wheel drive trucks. Steve Wilson, driving her dirty money, obviously his wife's truck, took the win at 3:11.81. Second was Bob Wittenbreder with the Bear Express, 300.14. Wow. Third, Darren Wilson with Dirty Money at 299.83. Fourth was Irv Clark with the Taz Toy at 294.06. Fifth was Buck Tipton with Tipton's Wild and Blue, if you will, 288.55. Sixth was Clarence Tipton with Tipton's Toy, 270.71. Seventh was Irv Clark with Wildside, 260.31. And eighth was Kevin Landis. They made a trip over with the PA Ridge Runner at 201.81. Kevin has had a rotten weekend. They were leading the way in the Run What You Brung with the Appalachian pullers. And Kevin was on one heck of a pass and went out of bounds. We hate to bring the bad news. Yeah. Cost him the championship in that league, but you know what? He went out swinging. I'll give him that. He had a heck of a run. Here, I think they struck fire or something. I saw a post, so evidently something happened to the truck and mustered out 201 feet. So, let's see. Darren Wilson is the 2022 East Coast two-wheel drive champion with Dirty Money. Congratulations, Darren. Okay. 20,000-pound limited pro stock semi trucks. Jerry Martin with Inconvenience took the win, 350.42. Good job, Jerry.
Awesome.
Yeah. Second, Hank Oster with the Scrapper, 345.76. Third was Dave Greek with Pressure Time, 342.53. Fourth was Albert Brown with Back in Black, 322.37. Fifth was Brian Smith at 321.24. Sixth, Frank Fleming with the Old Mule, 213.06, and we'll see them as well this weekend. Blower gasket for Rodney. Thanks, Mike.
You are good for something, Mike.
Super 9,500-pound super stock, 10,000-pound pro stock tractors. And I know they were last class, so I don't know how many more classes I got results for. So I do know they were last class there. So.
Yeah.
Davey Moore with One More Deer took the win, 315.27. Second was Dave Moore with More Agitation at 303.11. Third was Kevin Windsor with Six Shooter at 301.62.
Wow, good for them.
Wow. 30.5 tires are usually
on those gravel tracks or stone dust tracks or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I mean, something's going on there. Something's starting to come together. But anyway, for them guys, I'm glad to see it. Fourth was Josh Martin with That Darn Deer at 272.10. Fifth, Josh Martin with Dairy Deer, 265 and 86. Sixth was Tom Bedger with the Patriot at 265.24. Seventh was Ty Lautenslager with a Pumpkin Gone Wild at 247.09. And eighth, with a no rehook, Josh Martin's Think Green. So,
I think he was he test hook and then went.
I have no video.
I think Tina had a video on.
Okay.
And the sled was set pretty light, and he blew her out the gate and just didn't want to risk putting a second hook on. So
understandable.
He's not running for points. It makes sense.
Sure. But the More Agitation of More Motorsports is your 2022 Super Stock Pro Stock Champion. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, family.
Yep.
It was a family affair driving this one this year.
Absolutely. You bet. And I'm sure Tara will be back in the driver's seat for sometime next year. So,
yeah,
you should be. So, yep, absolutely. So, they had a great season, and congratulations to them. And that's it for Frederick. That's all I have. So, how about? I think. Let me go back through and make sure.
Yeah, I think you hit them all.
Yep. So, anyway, we have the final 2022 points hook this Saturday night. Weather so far looking very good. So, and cooler. Today was supposed to be the last. It wasn't that uncomfortable, but it was a tick warm.
Yeah.
But supposedly today was the last day for that stuff. So,
I think we're supposed to get a little rain tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you did Delta. Yes, Tony, I did Delta. That was the first results we did. You got to get with it, son. JR Rolf, you hang in there. I'll catch up with you on that information here in a minute. But this Saturday, 6 p.m., Greensboro, Maryland, right on 313. Don't miss it. Come on out, support the fire company and East Coast Pro Pulling Lucas Oil's last hook for the 2022 season. And that's going to be the 7,500-pound modified tractors, the 6,200-pound modified 4x4 trucks, the 10,500 466 hot farm tractors, 8,500 light pro stock tractors, and the 20,000-pound limited pro stock semi trucks. 5 big classes.
Yep.
Come on down.
Should be a good night of pulling.
6 p.m. I know admission. I don't know what the admission is, but they get a good crowd there, and they really busted their butts and made that it's beyond decent. It's a good pulling facility now. They've done some more work. My understanding is in the future we're actually going to turn around and pull the other direction now. I don't know if we're going to start this Saturday or next season, but they've done some work at the finish. What's now the finish end of the track now. They've done some backfilling and some drain work stuff and big improvements. So yeah, Tony, absolutely. So I'm not sure if we're going to do that starting this Saturday or it'll probably be next year for sure. But come on down, 6 p.m. this Saturday, Greensboro Volunteer Fire Company's Carnival Grounds, right on 313. If you're coming south, it's on the left. Vice versa. If you're coming in out of Delaware or 404, it's on the right. So don't miss it. And Kendra, I'll let you cover. You got some interstate stuff. And
yep. We are down to the last page of the interstate schedule, unfortunately. So started with 7 and we're down to the last one. Coming up this Thursday, tomorrow actually, is going to be the Gratz Fair.
That's a pool I wanted to go to, and I ain't gonna be able to make it now.
It's a really good fair. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make it. I have a late work meeting tomorrow that's going to tie me up. But got to keep the day job. So tomorrow's schedule, 7 o'clock start time, is going to be the 7,800 mods, 8,500 mod turbos, the 6,200 two-wheel drive trucks, and 8,000 diesel pickup class, as well as the Snyder County hot stock class. And then Friday at 6:30 p.m. start time is going to be the Beaver Springs, the Beaver Fair. Again, they're going to be running a Snyder County class, the 12,000 pound enhanced farm, as well as the interstate modifieds, the light limited turbos, the 4,500 small block trucks, and the 8,500 mod turbos. Then on Saturday, it's going to be a primarily Snyder County pool. Again, starting at 6:30. They're going to have the 10.5 hot stock class, the 6,300 Pro Street gas trucks, 2.6 diesels, 3.0 limited pro diesels, and the 8,500 Wild Street, as well as the 6,200 two-wheel drive truck class. Then we will jump forward to next Saturday, October the 1st. Down in Harrisonburg, VA, Virginia, they're going to have the Bull Pull put on by BJ Wilkins. Going to be a huge night of interstate pulling. 8,500 mod turbos, 10,000 pound pro farms, 7,700 light limited turbos, 11,000 pound hot farms, 6,200 modified 4x4s, the pro stock semis, 8,000 pound street legal trucks, 12,000 pound farm stocks, 15,000 pound farm stocks, unlimited 4x4 tractors, and the 6,200 national four-wheel drive trucks. Huge night of pulling. And then since I already have Snyder County schedule brought up, if you don't mind,
yep.
On October 1st, they are going to be having a couple classes at the Bloomsburg Fair. October 1st, 7 o'clock p.m., they're going to have the 10.5 hot stock, the 2.6 Pro Street diesels, and the 8,500 Wild Streets. I know that's also a Full Pool Productions event, so there's going to be a couple Full Pool classes there as well. And then, do you have a flyer for the championship weekend or no?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and do interstate. We'll finish out the interstate schedule. October 8th at Buck Motorsports Park, there's going to be 2 interstate classes on hand, the 6,200 two-wheel drive trucks and the 4,500 small block trucks. And then again at Greensboro, we're going to be putting on a benefit pool for Shriners. I'm going to have a couple, I believe, antique/farm stock classes, as well as the interstate mods, 6,200 two-wheel drives, and then an exhibition hook for the East Coast hot farm class is also going to be there. That pool will start at 5 o'clock, and we will, of course, have much more information on that closer to time. How's that flyer coming?
You just keep on talking, young lady. We're getting there. Almost. I thought I had it downloaded.
We'll go ahead and start talking about it while he's bringing up the flyer. The first full weekend in October, if you are anywhere close to Snyder County, Seelings Grove, Pennsylvania, get there, be there all weekend. It is a great event. I'm going to have just about anything and everything you could want to watch. October 7th, Friday night, start time, 6 o'clock. They're going to have, we'll do the points classes first. The 6,300 Pro Street gas trucks, the 12,000 enhanced farm tractors, the 10.5 hot stocks, as well as the 7,800 Run What You Brung 4x4 trucks. The other classes for the evening are going to be the 8,000 pound modifieds, an 8,500 Wild Street truck class, the 7,700 light limited tractors, and the 3.0 Pro Stock diesel trucks. And then October the 8th, start time 5 o'clock. Again, they're at the Snyder County Pool Round. They're going to, again, the points classes will be the 8,500 light pros. There we go. check out those vehicles on there. Uh, the 8500 Light Pro, 9500 Super Farm class.
What's your point, lady?
Look at how good Addicted and
You're getting all pickled up on me.
No, I'm a tractor girl, remember?
Uh-huh. I beg to differ. You should see the face I'm giving you right now. But you can't, can you?
Yeah, I can't. I just see the EEP. See the EEP. The 7800 Run What You Brung 4x4 trucks are also pulling on Saturday night. The 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel and the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel trucks will be there. And then the non-points class will be the Pro Stock, Super Stock tractors, the 6200 two-wheel drive trucks, and then I believe they're going to be having a couple semis there.
Yes.
Possibly.
Yep.
Like we said, October 7th and 8th, they're at 500 Old Colony Road, Selinsgrove, PA. Camping will be available. I believe it's $20 hookups. If you don't need to plug in for electric, though, it's free to camp. $10 admission for both nights, which you cannot beat that. I believe there is multiple hotels close as well as restaurants out there. So go ahead, plan your weekend. 2.5 weeks away, believe it or not. So
be here before you know it.
Yep.
Put it in. It's a bucket list deal. You got to do it. I'm not going to call it Louisville, but I always tell people you got to go to Louisville at least one time.
Yep.
You got to do this championship weekend at least one time.
Yep. It's a great time.
If you do, and you get some numbers you normally get, you'll go back. I promise you, you will go back. It is an awesome, awesome event. So, if I can get the boy to slow down and catch his breath a little bit, we might get him on for 5 minutes before the show.
He is busy promoting, 100%.
Okay. Promote, trying to get more pullers
go out
there.
And get sponsorships. I know in years past they have had huge payouts, which definitely brings in multiple vehicles from vehicles you wouldn't normally see around here. You will definitely see.
He has an open modified class, modified two-wheel drive truck class as well. Both classes are $3,000 purse. So I don't know what the breakdown is from there. That's something you'll have to contact Joey about. But I know I've at Kempton talked to Irv Clark, Steve Wilson, Bob Wittenbrader. They will be there. That's their intentions anyway, barring any catastrophic failures from the pool this weekend. I don't know if Irv's going to Tappahannock or not, or Miller's Tavern, but I'm pretty sure Stevie's going down. So Don Dean, I'm sure, is usually there.
Yeah.
I would imagine we might get an East Coast tractor or 2 or 3 or 5. So definitely Ian Ericker is last year's winner.
Yeah.
In the modified class. So I would think he would probably come back to defend his title.
This just in, the Light Pro Super Farm class purse is going to be $4,000. So definitely going to be having some raised purses for all these guys, which definitely brings them out. So
you must have got a text, but I don't see it.
I
Okay,
did.
Yeah, that's great. Great, that's fine. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we're going Thursday, so I know how busy it gets.
Yep, I'm hoping that we can have our camper there early Friday afternoon, and then I can get everything set up and ready.
That's too bad. I was going to fry you pickles. Oh well.
Oh, were you? You still can. We'll be there all weekend.
Not me. Oh my goodness! But yeah, they had a great run with your Brung class both nights last year. So I don't know if
definitely going to be hoping for some nice weather. I know last year you couldn't have asked for better weather last year.
Yeah. I got to say one thing. Snyder County is very fortunate with their weather.
Yep. Knock on wood. Knock on all the wood.
Since I've started going up there, I've never been rained out. So.
No, you just had to put that out there.
Nope. If
it gets rained out, everybody heard it. It's his fault.
No. Joey's one told me it never rained in Stillman's Grove.
The good news is they do have a rain date of the next Saturday, October the 15th.
Yep. So hopefully it works out for him, and it will. I'm confident.
Yep. And then after that, we start getting into banquet season.
Well, we get into banquet season, but we do have a pool at the end of October.
Yep.
At Greensboro, Maryland, yet again. This is gosh, I got a busy month in October. I'm tired of living by a book, but anyway, not that it's a bad thing.
Yep.
The 29th, October 29th is Saturday, beginning at 11 a.m. And this is once again at the Greensboro Volunteer Fire Company Carnival Grounds on 313. And this is a pool put on with Delmarva Pullers, Doug Heyman, Shriner Hospital there for the kids. And 11 a.m., the Delmarva Tractor Pullers and Antique Club will begin their show. I think it's a 50 or 55 hook maximum pull. So there'll be no
55.
more than that. It's 55. So, and then in the evening, I think roughly they're talking 6, I think it's 6 o'clock, will be the bigger pool. And you have interstate two-wheel drive, modified tractors.
Yep. And then East Coast Hot Farms.
East Coast 466 hot farm tractors and semi trucks. I know are on the slate too. And I'm sure it'll grow. So I'm sure they'll probably come up with another class or two. But that's slated for now. So that'll be, please come out and support a good cause. It's not about, well, come see your favorite pullers by all means. That's probably going to be the last big pool for the season.
Around here, at least, yeah.
It's for a wonderful cause for Shriners Hospital for Children. So we want to give them all the money we can. So,
yep.
Speaking of money, get that out of the way. There we go. We'll just reiterate again the Jerry Farner fundraiser. The guy has been dealt some bad stuff, and they're getting him straightened out, but unfortunately it's cost him oodles of work and money, and the medical bills they're buried in medical bills. And I'm not trying to beg everybody for money, but if you can, it is much appreciated. The address is there, P.O. Box 222, Monterey, Virginia 24465. If you don't see it on this podcast, it is on easternextremepulling.com on the forum board. The top message and the address is also there. All checks payable to Timmy Varner, please. And it's on social media pages as well. Without the address, simply private message me, or if you're friends with Timmy Varner on there or not, you can private message him, and we'll gladly give you the address there. So I just don't want to put their address all over social media.
Yeah.
Here
and I'm sure they appreciate that.
Well, I'm not so sure that they understand the consequences with social media, but the website's okay. I mean, it's just as much exposure on a message board, but it's a little more limited, if you will, to thievery. And
well, the good news is it's a P.O. box, so
it is a P.O.
That should help.
That is correct. Yeah,
you won't have
the home address
showing up at your house.
But it is a P.O. box, and if Barbara called me today, and I'll try to call her back tomorrow. I'll try, Barb, if Timmy's watching this or whatever. But I would try to call her back tomorrow, and if she says it's okay to go ahead and put it there, being as P.O. box, then I will add it. But for right now, it's all good. So, and I do appreciate those that have reached out to me through private messenger, and we appreciate it. So, and we're just going to let this thing run. We were going to do a what do you call it? The thing you do through PayPal.
A GoFundMe?
GoFundMe. We were going to do a GoFundMe. I did that for Scott Jones. Unfortunately, in his mishap a 3 years back. And that's tough. Man, there's so much red tape and paperwork and taxes, and it's a lot to deal with there. And they keep some of the money.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sorry.
keep actually a pretty good percentage of it. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. So, I just did that, I'm like, I got to do something for Scott fast, so I hurried up and started one without really thinking me, another person went to their bank and set up a fund that way. And that was, clean and free because it's, it's donations.
Yep.
But that's why I stayed away from the GoFundMe this time around. So it's simple and easy. It's a big way to make money for them, but you're just making somebody else rich too. So, that's all I have to say about that. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And again, the Umps family, God bless y'all, man. You've done so much for the sport of truck pulling. I don't know what the next step is for Kelsey and the rest of the family. So, God will help them make that decision. So, but I got my fingers crossed that I get to go tomorrow. So,
yeah.
But, like I said, somebody here has piled work on me again. So, I'm going to do what I can. If it's really pouring rain, I may get to squeak out of here. So, we'll see. It's 8:54.
I was going to say, I'm trying to think of anything else. I know Georgia's coming up. There's a couple people up here pretty excited about going down there. Diesels in Dark Corners again. Had a blast down there last year. Yeah. I know. If everything stays together, we'll be making the trip south, so pretty excited about that.
Look at JR Rolf. Rolf, I was filming those trucks that family was running. You were still in diapers, okay? I wanted to message him back last time. He put a post on there and I forgot about it. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, simply irresistible. Yep. Yep, I remember that truck. The one time I filmed it a couple of times. The one time was Luray, Virginia, when he ran into the wall. He just broke an axle or something, run out of bounds, and he just bumped it. But yeah, and put this stuff up here for him real quick.
Victoria, Virginia.
Yep.
I've been down there. Not many years ago. Just many years.
Yep, October the 8th. Yikes.
I know something else happening on October the 8th.
I'll be north.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll both be north.
That's all good. Appreciate that info. Snyder, keep hearing good things. Tony, excuse me, you absolutely should. Yep. He had something else up here. Appalachian Outlaw Pulling Series Big Block High Output Championship this year. Mark Petros. Yes. Good running Dodge truck. Jason Garris, 2022 Appalachian Outlaw. Small block high output champion. I'm sorry. Trying to figure out what the other two letters before. Pulling series.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out what HO stood for too. I was like,
high output.
Small block.
High output.
Yeah.
Very, very important. You must include that. Am I right, Rolfie? He's probably cussing me. I see a new comment. I haven't scrolled down there yet. Oh, that's Tony Kozar. You was pulling street stock gas trucks then. Okay. You're older than I give you credit for then. Yep. Okay. It's 8:57 and I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Again, folks, please keep the Umps family in your thoughts and prayers. Jerry Farner and his family. Whatever we can do to help them out. I ain't talked to Adam Drought recently. I know he's been busy. He's been out
pulling. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been out. Obviously his health is really doing much better. And I will get with him and just check on him and make sure. We might even have him down. I know he talked about hoping to get there. Was it last last year's championship pool because he was
Mhm.
doing better, but the doctor wouldn't release him or something.
Yeah.
I bet he's there this year. So,
Yep. Hopefully, would love to see him.
yep, him and Tyrus can have fun.
Yep.
So, I'll stand up on the scaffold and throw stuff down at him. Get out of my way! Get that flash out of my camera. Just kidding. I like messing with them boys. But, that's all good.
Yep.
Looking forward to the trip north. So, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug here. I tell you what I'll tell you for Wednesday is I'm actually doing a birthday thing out of town for a couple days. So if I have service, we'll do a short show. It won't be nothing long, I think. Or maybe we'll just bump it to the fall. I'm just going to bump it a week.
Yep.
I think I should just bump it a week because it is birthday week and for Cindy's mom. So that's where my attention and focus will be for those couple days. So
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Maybe, hopefully, we can have Joey on, but that'll be the week of the pool. So I am sure he will be at the track.
Let me tell you what. If Joey wants what Joey wants, Joey's ass will be here on this show in 2 Wednesdays. I ain't telling you twice, boy. I'm just kidding.
Say the
If he
Wednesday
can
before the
swing it,
pool, I guarantee you he will be at the track.
What's 5 minutes of your time? Come on. My goodness. Tell us all the good news and all the big names that are coming to the pool. And that's awesome. That's what we want to hear. So, okay. With that said, I'm done goofing. I think I'm going to get rid of this real quick.
I got nothing.
Okay. You got nothing?
I got nothing. I got a weird eye thing going on. That's about it.
Pickle juice or?
No.
No? Okay. Just figured I'd ask.
Not tonight, at least. Keep it a friendly show. We'll keep it kid friendly.
Folks, we'll see you in 2 weeks. 8 p.m. Hopefully we'll get Joey on for a few minutes of some excellent up-to-date information for his championship weekend. And we'll have results from this coming weekend's Greensboro, Maryland event. And I'm sure Kendra will have something for us as well.
We'll have plenty of results from Harrisonburg and all the things.
Okay. I'm getting out of here before the pickles start slinging. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Put it on your calendar. And Joey,
Queen Wave.
We'd like to get you on here. Queen Wave. Ping salute. How's that? See ya.
Bye.